Hi there folks, and good morning, and welcome back for another spotlight video. And today we're going to spotlight Soap Commander Wisdom, which is lavender and peppermint. And as to the soap, you can get a look at it there. And Soap Commander soaps tend to be towards the hard side, definitely not a soft soap. And we're also going to continue to spotlight the Colonial razors general. We'll record all three passes for you again today so you can see how the general does. And there's a couple of things I want to make note of before we get started. But first, let's get to the soap scent. I've forgotten all about the soap. Soap scent on this is exactly as described. Lavender and peppermint, you get that spiciness from the lavender and a little bit of peppermint. Very nice scent. Strength is about a 6, a little over the medium range, which is good. And a really nice scent if you like lavender and peppermint. All right, now to what I was going to tell you about. One of the things you have to consider when you look at anyone using a razor or demoing it for you is their use case. And for me, my use case, and I'll show you the beard here. And by the way, that was already there because if I don't show that, some guys will go, "Oh, you were talking about the razor was good, but you can't use it, blah, 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 blah." This has been there for several days. Anyway, so for my use case, and you can see the whiskers there. My whiskers are coarse, but they're not densely packed. So it's not a thick beard per se, but you can definitely see the whiskers there. They're spaced out. So for me, I don't need super aggression. I can use anything from mild all the way up to very aggressive, okay? Unless it's extremely mild, like the feather, ASD too mild, I can use the razor just fine. So just take that use case into consideration when you're watching the vids. All right, let's wet the face and we'll begin lathering. Stand by. All right, so excuse me if I'm a little bit off or sound tired this morning. I was up a lot of the night last night, not feeling well, so I'm probably just going to go back to bed after. I did want to get my shave in. I'm not feeling great, but I'll survive. Just not. Stomach has been bothering me a bit, but we shall overcome. And I wanted to get the shave in all the same because I tend to feel better when I shave. It's really part of my morning that I really look forward to, and so I like to shave almost no matter what. Like I've said many times, I've maybe skipped in the last 3 or so years, maybe a total of, I don't know, maybe 6 days in all that time. It's because I enjoy it. So even when I'm not feeling well, I like to get my shave on, and then I'll go back to bed, and a lot of times I just feel refreshed. And hopefully the little stomach bug will subside. It's not debilitating, but it does keep you close to the restroom, which is no pleasure. All right, let's stop talking about that and start talking about this soap and aftershave. So here we go again with the general, which uses Feather Artist Club blades. And one of the things I want to mention is yesterday some guys asked me, is it slippery? Well, I'm going to wet the handle there, and we'll see. Guys, I don't have slippage issues on razors ever, so it's not really a problem for me. My hands tend to be dry, but I did wet my hands here. I'm not going to put soap on my hands because if you put a slick soap on your hands, almost anything would be slippery. I don't think, putting soap on your hands is necessarily a good test. Who gets soap on their hands when they're shaving? Maybe some people do, maybe if you're a shower shaver, but I do not. So again, I'll continue to wet the razor and see if it shoots out of my hand like a wet trout. I don't think it will. The surface and material is reminiscent of the standard razor. Is it a dead ringer in aluminum and all the rest of it material? No, I doubt it. But it feels that way, and the build quality is similar. If you've had a standard, you know the build quality on that is quite nice, and the weight is similar. This one's probably a little bit more heavy, or excuse me, heavier, just due to the head. But it will draw that comparison, and you know, primarily because it's aluminum and it's black like the standard. But all right, so there you've seen a very nice first pass. That was very, very nice, and the soap was great too. We'll put it down, rinse the face, and come back for a pass 2. Stand by. So one thing I want to mention about this soap is, I guess it's the peppermint, but it provides a little bit, I'm getting a little bit of a cooling sensation, which is nice. Again, as long as you're not opposed to peppermint, I think this is a nice soap. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of peppermint, but I do like lavender, so I bought the soap, and I find it to be a pretty nice combination. I do, at different times, I seem to get more peppermint, or various times, I should say. Sometimes I think I smell more it's a rough morning, guys. Sometimes I think I pick up more lavender, and sometimes I pick up more peppermint. So if you're okay with those two, then this is a nice soap. And it definitely is of good quality. You know, Soap Commander is excellent, consistent soap. You know exactly what you're getting when you buy Soap Commander. All right, let's cut that down a little bit. I'll have whiskers clear down to my chest. Okay, so once again, we'll I'm gonna submerge the whole, or the entire, I should say, razor to get that handle wet, and hand is wet, razor's wet, and we'll continue to shave with this guy. And yesterday I said I felt this approached the low end of medium, and I think after, you know, additional use, it probably doesn't quite hit that medium mark. It is a little on the mild side. And talking with Dr. Sharp, he feels the same way. He's also testing it. However, we did talk to Kyle yesterday, and they're thinking about just offering a more aggressive plate right out of the gate. I think that's a good call. For people who want a little more aggression, because this doesn't quite meet to medium. Now, it's not an extreme end of mild. It's not Feather ASD2 mild, but it is mild. Anyhow, Kyle said, you know, they would consider releasing a more aggressive plate right out of the gate for it. Not to change this, because they want to appeal to mild shavers as well, but to have an aggressive plate offering from the get-go. That's a good call, in my opinion. And so that would give some of that aggression that people are going to want. Yesterday we talked about the comparison to the Cobra and Mongoose. It is not in the same league as the Mongoose in aggressiveness. The Mongoose, excuse me, take that back. It is not in the same league as the Cobra in aggressiveness. The Cobra is far more aggressive. It is more similar to the Mongoose. However, I had 2 stainless steel Mongoose razors, and in thinking back, they were definitely more aggressive. They were heavier as well, but more aggressive than this. This is a little more mild than a Mongoose, considerably more mild than the Cobra. All right, stand by, we'll come back for pass 3. So back to the soap and the Cyberts. As you know, Luke was, their son, gravely injured. Oh, seems about a little over a month ago, or a month and a half maybe. He finally made it home. I believe it was last week. and continues to improve, but he's still got a lot of, work to do ahead of him. And so continue to send those positive vibes and prayers. He's really seriously injured, and we are so thankful that he has made it home finally out of Vanderbilt. And I'm sure that's great for the family as well. His brothers and sisters, and mom and dad who spent all that time at the hospital. So, God bless, and thank you guys for your prayers, for your thoughts and prayers, and all of those. Those of you who very kindly and generously donated to their fund. That was just remarkable what the community was able to do. And we get caught up a lot of times in all the crazy stuff that goes on, but when the bell is rang and we need to come out and answer it, we do as a community, and that's something that people ought to be very proud of. Okay, once again, wetting my hands in the razor. I really like the shave this razor is producing. Would I opt for the more aggressive plate? As long as it wasn't crazy aggressive, yes. I could probably use a tad more aggression, but this is why we're testing this prototype to give Kyle and Kirk feedback. And so that's exactly what we'll do. And we'll continue to, as I said, use this razor and give our feedback. Now, one thing I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to change out the handle and see how that goes. Put a little heavier handle on it. And then Friday, I've got some Feather Super blades coming in, and those are said to be a little more aggressive, perhaps. So we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to at least give the first 2 shaves, make it just Feather Pro and stock, and see how that goes. And so what I'm getting is a little under medium for me. And keep in mind that people will call aggressiveness differently. They will, some people will say this might be well into medium. And yesterday I thought it was, but after shaving more with it today and further consideration, it's in that mild category. So for some of you, that's going to be very good news. And for those of you who that's not good news for, there'll be more aggressive plate offerings. So, and also, as I said, we're going to try the super blades and see how that goes. But I have to say, all in all, I'm very pleased with this razor. Again, tapered, so you can get under the nose now. And like the standard, this is going to pick up a little residue, and it's no big deal. What I do is I will, after the shave, when I'm rinsing it, I'll use a soft bristle toothbrush just to remove that residue while it's still wet. And so there we have it, guys. Here's our third pass. By the way, the soap was excellent. Stand by while we rinse the face. We'll come back and do the post. All right, so we'll use our Thayers, and we're almost done with this one. We're finished. Again, because it's magic, because it's made by witches. This is very good stuff. And by the way, I got a great shave today. The soap was on point. Terms of quality. Little peppermint, perhaps a little too far in the peppermint area for me to love it, but it was good. I did enjoy it, and it is a quality soap. This is a Soap Commander Wisdom, and again, lavender and peppermint. It provided for a wonderful shave, so great job, Cybers, on this one. And once again, we'll show you the General by Colonial razors. Again, today, I would definitely call it in the mild category. Not quite medium, but what a smooth shaver and what polish for a prototype. And as you saw, if you paid attention, I wet my hands for all 3 passes. I dunked the entire razor. I didn't have any slippage issues. But that said, I don't know. I don't hold the razor with a death grip, but I do keep it firmly in my hand, so I don't have a problem with slippage. So I can't really tell you whether you will. Only thing I can tell you is hold on to the razor. All right. Thanks, guys, as always, for watching. We almost forgot. I got to tell you guys, ever since I made fun of Peter Charcalis for his samples video, I've been knocking my phone over every other time I record, and I never used to do that. So the curse of Gonzalez, David Gonzalez and Charcalis is on me now, and I've got to find some way to break that curse, because now I'm knocking over my phone every other video, which I just did. So Peter and David, I know you cursed me with that, because they do it all the time. We're used to. Today we're going to use Italian Barber Aquatico. Does it match the soap? Nope. Does it matter? Nope. Just want something mellow. And this is a nice aqua scent. Super nice fragrance, but mellow, relaxing, in my opinion. And it's just what I want to try to chill out a little bit and let this stomach tone down a bit. Just try to relax and let it pass, as they say. Okay, this is great, by the way, Italian Barber Aquatico. And also, guys, if you are interested in that Plasoff brush, he's got the Italian Barber edition, which is that Italian flag type design, and also Razor Rock or Italian Barber, but one of either or, XXX hard formula in stock at Italian Barber. Okay, guys, thanks as always for watching. It is most likely back to bed for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful shave and a wonderful day. Keep them up, keep them open, and follow the money to get to the truth.